America may walk away from Ukraine peace talks, according to the US president's eldest son. Donald Trump Jr. has warned that the US won't be the big idiot with the checkbook any longer, even as a top US negotiator suggested a deal is within reach.
Ukraine's war effort isn't just on land or in the air. It's also at sea. Remote-controlled drones like this one, the reason Russia's Black Sea fleet now hugs its own coast.
The enemy is entrenched. Ships barely operate. They go out 20 nautical miles, launch ballistic missiles, and return. They constantly hide.
Russia's territorial gains tempered by the reality of being boxed into its own ports, a war in as much limbo as the talks to end it. A potential deal was described as being really close by Donald Trump's outgoing Ukraine envoy after days of talks with Ukrainian officials.
I think we're really down to a couple of issues, and the issues that are one are on terrain, which is primarily Donetsk.
But it's not only about land. The fate of the mothballed Zaporizhzhia nuclear plant also hangs in the balance.
The American representatives know the basic Ukrainian positions. The conversation was constructive, although not easy. We continue our work. Some things can only be discussed in person.
But the Kremlin insists radical changes will be needed. Donald Trump's own son has even suggested the president is losing patience with the back and forth.
But is your hunch that President Trump is going to walk away?
I think he may. What's good about my father and what's unique about my father is you don't know what he's going to do.
More reliable friends await President Zelensky in London later today, where he'll hold talks with not only Prime Minister Starmer, but also President Macron and Chancellor Merz. But any hope of a breakthrough before Christmas is fast fading. Patrick Murrell, 10 News.
Despite ongoing airstrikes and the death toll climbing, Israeli Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu has praised the US-backed ceasefire in Gaza and claimed that it is close to entering its second phase. Once the last hostage is found and returned, the next stage of the agreement will theoretically become available. But it includes conditions Hamas has so far refused to abide by.
That is to achieve the disarmament of Hamas and the demilitarization of Gaza. And as I mentioned to the Chancellor, there's a third phase, and that is to de-radicalize Gaza.
Netanyahu is expected to arrive in Washington late this month to discuss next steps with President Trump. Urgent repairs are needed at the site of the world's worst nuclear disaster after a Russian drone strike on the Chernobyl nuclear power plant.